Hello viewer, welcome back to Let's Play Back to Saturn X. I'm, as always, MAP534 Dog, and this is MAP22, Gonna Never Have to Die. Never gonna give you up. Yeah, I'm sorry, I just fucking, I had to. I had to. That's just what immediately comes to my mind when I read the map title. Even though the first two words are switched around. Making it confusing for everybody involved, practically. But hey, I didn't make the song title, or I mean, a map title. Whoa, where did that word come from? I don't know where that word came from. Anyway, jokes aside, this is a pretty cool map too. I find these last few to be some of the best of the WAD because they have a lot of, atmosphere, build up, kind of like that. It's heading toward a climax. This WAD's gonna end and it's gonna be epic, and it really is. It really is because I just finished playing the last map and it's fucking amazing. But we'll get to that later. This map is pretty cool too. Although, I mean, the last map kind of makes everything look meh, because it's just so, it's like, well, I don't want to spoil anything, but it's cool. Anyways, I'm actually doing this commentary before anybody writes up anything on Doom World, so I don't know anything about this map, really, or about, like, the creation process of it, so if I start speculating again, you know what to fucking close your ears and just listen, put on the Back to Saturn X soundtrack and just watch me play. I'll give you a warning when speculation comes, but I probably won't. I mean, there's really not much to speculate about. It's just pretty much some of the same, I don't want to say shit, it's not shit, but same crap, not crap. Sorry, it's just first words that come to that's terrible. I don't want to say those are the first words that come to mind when I think of Back to Saturn X. Those are just like the first words that instantly just come out of my mouth when I'm speaking of something like that. But, pretty much the same stuff we've been seeing, so there's not really much to comment about. As far as visuals go, as far as, the visuals and the music, they're both great. I love this music track. It has a really, it's gonna sound weird, but it has a really kind of like SNES vibe to it, in my opinion. It sounds really SNESy. But how could you go wrong with the good old Super Nintendo? You can't. It's actually my first gaming console was a Super Nintendo. And, if I recall correctly, it was the best thing ever. Can anyone care to back that up? How about everybody can back that up, please? Either way, musically this is a very strong track. I really like it. It has a lot of atmosphere, but it's still pretty rockin', and that bass line is just, like dun dun dun. It's fucking epic. So, I love it. Visually, it's also, this is also a really good map visually. I think it looks great, personally. I mean, I don't know, I'm recording this before I read everyone's comments, so I don't know what the general consensus is. By the way, if you jump into that vent before it lowers, you can actually get a Mega Armor. I saw that in the Where's All the Data playthrough. I watched that, but I don't remember much of what they said about it. Aside from that flesh texture, if I'm gonna be brutally honest, I think it looks a bit silly. I'm sorry, it looks like fucking plastic. It does look like, it looks like plastic, I'm sorry. I mean, it's not bad. I mean, you can keep it. I think it looks like plastic, personally. But that's just me. Besides, Doom is a pretty, graphically, it's not a very complex game. And I think we can all pretty much attest to that. Even when you're playing with like the high-res texture packs, it's not very, you know, you still got your squarish kind of rooms. I don't want to say squarish because they're actually not very square, but you know what I mean. The kind of a flat walled, kind of Doom level design. I hope people know what I mean because I can't explain it in words. You know, that vectory. It's kind of like the way I talked about the way you draw maps. It's kind of vectory. That's kind of what it is. But yeah, visually this has a lot of variety and it's cool and its gameplay is probably, you know, it's really good. It's fun, if I recall correctly. You know, it's hard, but it's fun. I think the monster placement in this is excellent. Really, the progression and the enemy placement in this are top notch, if I do say so myself. But yeah, this part is pretty hard. I don't know why, but I die on it a couple times. Probably because I was also tired recording this. When am I not? It seems like a running thing that I like to record things at like 6 AM. It always, for some reason, I start recording when I'm feeling like down or tired or sick. And I don't know why. Okay, well maybe if I was, you know, just feeling sad, I can understand, because, you know, Doom cheers me up. It's a good game. It's fun. But, you know, when I'm just... That was the biggest waste of a BFG I've ever let out. That's much better. I like that. Anyways, I don't know. But when I'm sick or tired, I don't know. I play Doom. I guess it helps me kind of ignore the pain, but what it really does is it makes my playing worse. Sorry. I can't. By the way, that switch, I just want to make a note. I don't like that switch placement. I don't know why, but something about how far away the switch is. See, I'm pointing to it. Something about how far away the switch is in relative to the lift, I don't like it. Also, something really funny. If you look at that, the evil eye decoration with the scrolling bones, spine, whatever. In the Where's All the Data playthrough, they actually refer to that as cabbage mapping. Or cabbage patch mapping, or something like that. Where it's like, it's just a weird doomism that people just constantly use over and over, and people just... It's almost like a cliche of mapping, if you will. And I think that's a fucking hilarious term, actually. I'm gonna start using that, even when people don't want me to. I'm fine. Also, in this map, I find secrets like left and right, like that shit. How the fuck did I notice that? And I go berserk for a little here. It doesn't end too well. But yeah. No, this map, it leaves a lasting impression. I liked it. I don't remember playing it though from the Thursday Night Survival, which is odd. But you know, for the most part, it's a good map. I'm trying to think of anything bad I have to say about it. I mean, these last few maps really got my, you know, really engrossed me and really made me, you know, like this WAD as... I mean, I already like this WAD, but these last few maps made me love this WAD. That's what I'm trying to say. I mean, I thoroughly enjoyed him. I think if you're having trouble, you know, getting through the first couple maps, if they're not your cup of tea, then I think you should probably just either stick through it or skip to, like, the second portion, you know, after the first hub, because that's when it starts getting... You know, maybe a little after that, because the second half of this is when it starts getting really good. In my opinion, of course. Again, I just love the dark sky and how dark everything is, and it's really cool. It has like a sort of, you know, night falling, kind of like a, you know, penultimate feel. And this not counting the next map, which is a hub, is the penultimate map. And yes, I am including the hub in this video as well, because, well, I might as well, it's just a hub. I mean, it's not really a hub per se. You can't go between areas at will, and you can't go to any area you want. It's basically just a breather map, is what it is. But I like the idea. You know, I've said before that this is more of what Interception was supposed to be, and I can now, you know, watching the ending and all that, and yes, watching the ending, that might be a little hint as to, you know, what could possibly be coming. It's a very cinematic experience, I'm just gonna say that. This is a lot like what Interception should have been, and what it was supposed to be. And I really, you know, this is a very inspiring WOD for me, because I love partial conversions, and I've always wanted to make one. I think some of you probably would have guessed by me trying to do the whole TC out of Interception 2, but enough about, you know, my personal problems, life, I don't know. Yeah, that was not a good run. Because you can tell some shit's gonna go down as soon as you see the soul sphere, and I die a surprising amount of times here. For all for stupid reasons, really. And I decide to redo it. I don't think... Maybe I don't die, maybe I just redo it a bunch. Yeah, this is a really solid penultimate level, I guess, is something you could call it, because it's not technically the... Whoa, burp, hiccup. It's not technically the last map, but it's close. Anyways, that switch also lowers the lift out here, which I don't know. I mean, it's okay that they have you, you know, rushing to the lift. I guess not. I don't have a terribly big problem with those, but I don't know. I just feel like what's the point of putting the switch so far away? Just put it right there. And I have to do a cut here, by the way. Real soon I have to do a cut because I just meander around for a couple of minutes. Actually, looking at this room, maybe I don't. I hope I just meander, because I cut it based on how little action was going on. Which is a shame, because I guess I don't get to show off this room. Oh. Man, I should have cut that better, but we're already 13 minutes into the commentary, so fuck it. Gonna have to just deal with it. Either way, eventually I find the blue key. And we can continue progressing. By the way, that switch, I don't know how I saw that. I had eyes like a hawk playing this, because that is the most obscure little detail. And I really love those kind of, you know, they blend in with a computer panel, and it makes sense because it's a computer panel. It must have buttons on it and shit like that. I guess I really do get to show off this room. Yeah, it just leads back here. No biggie. But yeah, it's a neat level. I liked it. Difficulty-wise, you know, episode 1 isn't too hard, but when you take into account that it also spans, you know, 2 other WODs worth of episode, or worth of levels, I guess it's kind of understandable that the difficulty doesn't have any sharp spikes. Well, it kind of does, but it doesn't have any, like, it doesn't get too hard. Except for the last map in this. That is hard. Apparently it wasn't even balanced for single player, but we'll get to that when we get to it. That is also going to be a long video. This is a 25-minute video. Yeah, next map, longer. Much longer. At least 10 minutes longer. But yeah, fucking Baron. Jesus, man. Cut me some slack, game. And it seems to me that, you know, a lot of these maps have really strong ending areas. Especially these later ones, and it might be just me. By the way, we just passed the apparently what is known as the goat's pipes or whatever. Goatsy. Is it pronounced goatsy or goats? Either way, just take a closer look at those pipes back in that room, the green ones. Evidently, I didn't notice it until I watched the WAD playthrough. But yeah, this ending area is really cool. It's probably the best part of this this whole map, in my opinion. I just really like this ending area. I mean, rarely do you really see this kind of big, bulky design in Doom. I mean, I don't see it much, honestly. At least not in the iWads or anything like that. Again, I haven't played too many WADs, so I can't speak for myself from experience. But I just like it when people do this kind of bulky, square kind of thing every once in a while. Not all the time, but every once in a while. It's cool. Yeah, this trap right here. No, not this one. Not quite yet. But yeah, there's a lot of imps up there. Or, I mean, there are a lot of imps up there. Sorry. And some shotgunners. Oh boy. Oh, the effects of sleep deprivation are getting to me. And chances are, if there's an archvile, you're gonna want to BFG that shit ASAP. At least that's what I do, because you know what? Fuck it, I don't want to fucking deal with that shit. Reviving everything in its path, screw that. BFG it. Be done with it. Oh no, you wasted 40 cells. Boo frickety hoo. It's just 40 cells. At least that's my philosophy on it. And I never thought I'd say philosophy and, you know, Doom in the same sentence. I didn't say Doom in that sentence, but it was implied. Because the subject matter was Doom. What? Anyways, this trap right here is absolutely hilarious when you realize that it only really takes you 15 feet in front of you. Or behind you, I should say. Yeah, check this shit out. I think I definitely show it off. Anyways, this Cyber Demon, I like it. I like the way it's used more as a turret instead of just a monster. Also, you might want to take care of it before you raise the lifts, the platforms that need to cross that gap that the Cyber Demon is standing on. Or in between, I should say. Or in the middle of. Yeah. Takes you about, like, 15 feet away. Funny shit, man. But yeah, not much I can say anymore. I mean, I really like these crates. They're cool. I like it when levels use crates. I don't know. A lot of people don't like crate mazes, I think. Am I in the wrong? Is that not the general consensus? 'Cause it seems to me that a lot of people don't like crate mazes. But I love crate mazes. I don't know why. I just do. Probably because one of my fondest memories of Doom involves the crate maze from E2M2. Probably the most famous crate maze. Next to a TNT MAP19? I don't know. Was it? It couldn't have been 19. I'm not. That's too far in. It's got to have been TNT map somewhere in the 10 to 15 range. It's not. Let's see. It's not 14. I want to say it's 12, and I also want to say it's 13. Somebody correct me on this. Which one? Which TNT level was the one with the big ass crate maze? It was like 80% of the level, even though it took up like 40% of the map. I just realized that I had my fucking AC running all this time, haven't I? Whoops. Does that mean I'm gonna have to redo this commentary? Because if so, I'm gonna fucking just shoot myself. Nah, I'll keep it. Put a little disclaimer telling everybody about how dumb I was. You know, the huge. Oh, this music track is so cool. It sounds like it belongs in like some arcadey, you know, beat 'em up almost. But it works. It works. Of course it does. Everything works. But yeah, this is a good map. Overall, I'd say it's a solid, you know, experience. Visually, you know, atmospherically, just in general epicness, it succeeds in every one of those. And I enjoy it thoroughly. Gameplay wise, it's not too bad either. I mean, it's got some interesting traps and set pieces and whatnot. Always a good thing. Always a good thing. But yeah, something about the quality of these maps just seems to be staggeringly, you know, better than the first couple, or the first half, I would say. The first half was alright. This was top-notch. I mean, I guess the first half was good, but it wasn't like this good. In my opinion, of course. Either way, we're nearing the end of this map here, so, in general, to summarize, if I didn't already, good map. Good music, good atmosphere, good gameplay. I'd rate it an 8 out of 10. But we're not done with this yet. By the way, that exit seemed a bit unexpected, but also what? I don't know what happened there, but that was Gonna Never Have to Die. And we are in Get Out of My Stations 3. Which, if I'm going to be completely honest, is the best hub level. Because it's just so cool. It's almost sad. Getting to leave the hub finally, because it's like, now you're going off on an even bigger adventure. And this cave area just looks so cool, and it's got so much atmosphere, and that music is great. Everything about this is terrific build-up. And I really like this area right here. A really nice area. But we're nearing the end of this video. So, yeah. This is a good map. and I will see you guys in the next video.